Every now and again, you hear people talk about optimizing your resume to the Canadian standard. Well, that's what we're going to get into today. Because a lot of times, it's not your experience that's the challenge, it might just be how you're structuring and wording your resume. One of the challenges or one of the mistakes that I see people make sometimes is that they have like a whole beautiful design. Some people even put their pictures still, you'll be surprised. Some people still put their pictures still, personal information like their gender, marital status, and all those things. That might be obtainable in your home country, but that will work against you in the Canadian system because they're not interested in that bit of information. A Canadian standard resume is straight to the point. They don't need any personal information aside from your contact information. That's really what they want. Okay. Now, one of the things that you need to pay attention to is your formatting. You need to keep it professional, not all them italics or fancy fonts that you use. You have to keep it professional. Use fonts like Caliber, Times New Roman, Arial. Keep your text between 10.5 to 12 and keep it pushing. Okay, nothing fancy. Now let's talk about the ATS, the Applicant Tracking System. Before the human eyes sees your resume, it goes through the Applicant Tracking System, which is what most employers use. And I know that's not news to a lot of you. But you see, the thing about it is they have certain keywords that they're looking for. They have certain things that they're looking for based off of the job description. Okay. Now, if you don't align with what they have said or what you're putting in your job description, if you're using one resume for all the jobs, you are likely not to even get past that ATS system, meaning no hiring manager is even going to see your resume. So take a look at the job description. Your experience is still going to remain the same, but you need to tailor it to what the job description says. Please do not lie about skills that you do not possess. Just make sure that the skills align. Okay. Now I break down more of this on my YouTube channel, and video is up, so you might want to go and watch it because this is quite a lengthy one. Moving on, this is a bad CV and this is a good resume, and I'm going to tell you what is wrong with both of them. Now, this is BC. BC has her photo, her personal information right here, which if I'm looking at, I'm really not interested. I want to get to the crux of it, right? And she just has her responsibilities summarized. I'm not going to waste my time with this resume. But this, let's look at this. BC has her name, like I've mentioned at the top of it. She has the information that they need in terms of contacting her: phone number, email, LinkedIn, and all that good stuff. They know where to find her, they know how to reach her. And then you move on to your professional summary and you move on to your education and licensure. This is for nurses. So when I say licensure, it's okay if you don't have licenses to prove, but this is what I'm trying to say. Your education and licensure. So you talk about if you have like your NCLEX, you put your NCLEX. If you please, you can write the province, but maybe not because it doesn't really matter. So you write your NCLEX, you write your education. Next, you move to your experiences. Now, some of us have 20 years experience. We have God knows how many years of experience. Okay, you're not a spring chicken when it comes to your resume. But guess what? This resume has to be one page and it has to show the employer that you have what they're looking for. You have the skills and you bring value. So forget about how many years of experience you have. This job role is asking for an ICU person. So you put your ICU position and you put maybe just two more experiences. For those of us that have worked in more than 5 places or whatever, obviously you have experiences. They don't need any of those. Put what aligns. If it's a psych job and you've worked in psychiatry, just put your psychiatry experience, put two more experiences, and keep it pushing. This is a one-page resume and you're selling yourself. And selling yourself means that I want to be able to take one look at it and be able to tell if you're going to bring value to me or not. Now, for those of us that are applying for the jobs that are not necessarily jobs, but those of us that are applying for the Newfoundland and Labrador event, this is what you need to pay attention to in terms of how to write your resume. Now, there are skilled jobs. When you click on the drop down, you will see the jobs there. And for nurses especially, and I'm just going to say what I know because I'm a nurse, so I'm going to tell you, as nurses, when you're applying, put your most relevant experiences. You work in a merge, you work in ICU, you work in labor and delivery, but put those things and list your skills. They want to be able to see, maybe you can take a delivery, they want to see you're able to insert an IV, they want to be see that you're able to do wound dressing. I'm just picking different job descriptions, but you can see what I'm trying to say. Just put it in the bullet, but put it in the bullets. What is obtainable? It is a one-page CV. Do not upload your usual resume. Do not upload resumes that have photos. Please, please, and please. Okay, see you in my next one, and I wish you well. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in my next one, guys.